You see, I reckon that would make a lovely impressionist painting with the light shining. The sun comes out and goes away again. We decided to try through these lovely, this lovely composition of the trees here. I haven't got the camera tripod, which is a nuisance today, but we're set up otherwise. So I'm just going to have to film as I go along, I'm afraid.
5 minutes more.
So I've got to hold the camera and paint at the same time, which is not ideal. Let's find these lovely dark trees back here, which is one of the reasons I'm painting this, so I've got to get these right. I want some Prussian blue in with my darks to really make those vibrant behind there, and then we'll pick up again with the smaller brush later to just get these colours in while the sun's shining. And those colours are even coming into the trees themselves here. I'm going to put back in the light colours on top afterwards. Let's just get this established and try and find these beautiful colours that are in here quickly first of all. I'm going to go much warmer in these areas. I'm going to take some alizarin and some brown and really hit these trees here. Wash my brush off, and I want to start looking at these colours behind. What are cool and what are warm. I'm going to take this very light green of mine at the moment and just get some colour on. Don't know if it dribbles everywhere, I just need to work fast because the light's going to change quickly each time the sun goes through here. Now let's take some lovely cool turquoisey green to try and find this distant. Slabbing the paint on, as you see, really enjoying slapping it in there. So I'm going to need to make much more of these warms and cools yet. This is just a start. Quick colour decisions, look, paint. Sometimes our best work can be done this way. Quick decisions. Bit of rain coming again now, so we've lost a bit of the light, but it'll come back again. But I really do want to push these colours today. Lovely to be out here in Pliny and have the chance to do it. And it's going rain, sun, giving us a chance just to find these colours. I've come down to a 1/4 inch now, and I want to go back in with these lovely dark rich warms I was doing earlier. with the Prussian blue and so on, right back into there and to here, and find these branches a bit more. Really got to make these quite black down here. Really got to stand out more. How are you doing over there? Good, that's alright. Yeah, push those colours. You know, really look for the purples and the blues in the distance there.
Trying to just cover the canvas.
So don't make them too brown, yeah, just get a bit more blue and purple into those distant trees.
Yeah.
Because the warmer will be closer, you see. Now, I've got no sunshine, so we've got to wait for the next sunshine to come, we can hope. In the meantime, just fill in these darker colours. Really look for these colours that are here, the blues and the greens. Now let's look at these colours and see if we can get a much nicer, very light. Bit of yellow, bit of white. My white's got a bit messed up there, and we'll get back into here with that. Much more yellow ochre colour there. Let's try that. No, it's still not green enough. Green and yellow ochre. Let's have some of that. Slapping it into all over my palette here. Let's try that one. We'll gradually get there until we get it. That's better. Much warmer down here, much more orange. Some more green with that. Until we get the right colour. The sun's just coming out again, so I'm going to be able to pick up on my light colours behind in just a moment, I hope. And unless you take the chance in weather like this, you're going to sit indoors wondering. Here we are out here taking the chance with the rain coming and going and the sun coming and going. And you've got some fresh bread from Aiguillonde, and just pull bits of it, bit of sangria, bit of tomato juice, bit of butter, fresh from the shop, and here we are, just enough sustenance to keep going. And right back into the distance here as well, we've got to find these lights again. Now some more yellow into that, and we'll see what we can find here. Light shining on the leaves here. The sun is fully out now, so let's try and find these lovely light bits that are up here. Much warmer brown and a bit of blue and brown to bring this forward here. Get these shadows right amongst the cool grasses at the background there. So a little bit of this green into here, a little bit of that blue, and some brown. We need some umber into there to make it warmer, to bring it forward here. And some of those little bits of dark are going to come against the light back here. Yeah, enjoy it, that's right, find the lights and darks, but as I say, really do push. It's much cooler back here than you think. If you want that to have distance and vibrancy, warm against the cool, so we need to be playing the purples against yellows and the reds against greens and so on to really make it vibrate, as well as you've got much lighter, of course, much brighter. You really got to look for colour in this if you want it to work. Just a bit of cadmium red now, I think, needs to come into this. A warmer red. So I'm going to take a bit of the cadmium red right and find it. And we'll just look at the tips of these grasses catching that red back here. Back to the lights again. We need these lovely light greens happening. solid paint, otherwise they're going to disappear. Let's take some of this beautiful orange green and see if we can get it to lather on here and bring these colours of the leaves out up here. And we need to play the cools against the warms, so I've got to go back now and look at some of these lovely blues that we've got. Just take those back inside here more and just make those things a bit cooler in the background there, so that they shine against the warmth of these leaves coming through here. I may have to use a smaller brush just to pick up some of these bits of grass. Get this feeling of the stems crisscrossing here. And we'll take some more green into that and make that a lot greener. And for these closer bits of grass here, it's just a fun place to be and paint. Now again, looking at the very light colours earlier, take some more of that yellow and just come back in with this colour here. I want to see if I can just pick up on some of these light highlights that are in the grasses here, like this. Even more white, in fact. My paints have got all mixed up. It's been on a tilt like this. And the sun goes again, but hopefully I've just got enough now to be able to work from to get my colours right back here. Let's see what other colours we can use to the foreground a bit more maybe. I'll take a bit of these magenta and just come back into some of these blues and got more warmth in that by far. I think we're almost there on this one. Little bits of light to go on the background here and there. Sunlight catches daisies and things. Let's try and get some of these warmer reflections in the foreground here, just happening down on the edge of this tree trunk. Bits of bark and leaf that come down here. Yeah, you're getting there. Yeah, making the marks about much more about the objects you're painting now, which is much better. Now you've just got to get this big difference in the lights and darks, the cools and the warms. You might need a bigger brush again, but you know, it's just sometimes it's a large block and it's feathered in, so you have a block and then you feather out the edges, so you get a soft edge. Other times you've got to put a few marks across it to make it look broken. It's just learning those brush strokes. And here, of course, it's cascading downwards, so these little leaves are coming down like a waterfall, so they're not all across. Many of them are coming down as they explode out. I often think of trees as being like slow motion explosions.
Have a black thing.
Got dark going on, yeah. Oh yes, you can use a thinner brush for that. But I think, remember, if you think of trees like a slow motion explosion, the acorn hits the ground, it explodes, it comes up, it explodes out like a mushroom, then they all drop off again. Well, we get these trees that are exploding up and over, and they come from the branches out. Try and get that cascading like an explosion or waterfall, yeah? Because you've got the feeling here, but these are going a little bit straight. Let's try and get them to come a bit more. Right, I think I need to push these background creams just a bit more here.
Yeah, it looks better now.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm just looking at the trees now, making them straight, like you said.
Yes. You get the explosions working with the angles. That's better. Just get some of this lovely light cream going on behind here to really get the light between these trees that I want. Let's get white and lemon yellow at the moment to really try and just pick up on these beautiful bits of sunlight going on behind these trees here, which are very, very bright. This was the main reason for painting this picture, was to paint these bits of light in the background here. So there's no point in not doing it if that's what it was about. Where we have lights, we have to have darks. So I go back to those darks and just on the camera it's starting to look difficult between what is the reality and what is the painting. Put some of these darks in again down here. Very darks. There. So this is the thing now I'm saying, we start painting with light now and not just colour. The colour becomes light. Look at it, look out there. So now I've just picked up on these yellow greens here a bit more to make them more golden. Now look at that light happening there now, isn't it lovely? I need a little bit more warmth into this grass down here to make the cool seem cooler in the background. So I'm putting a fairly orangey green in now at the moment just to come back on those being a bit cooler and this coming forward into it. Okay, I've gone into these little bits of light grass reflecting now on the tips of the grasses through here, and I say I must be almost there now. Oh yes, lovely effect of light now.
Branch.
No, I think, oh you can, but